Hello everybody, welcome. Sneaky Chiefy here, bringing you Game 2 in Krinski's SuperLeAGE Iron Division Best of 3 matchup against L. This one is on 4 lakes, as you can see. And Krinski's playing in blue as the Portuguese. He was given that civ by his opponent L, who is playing as the Vietnamese. SuperLeAGE 1v1 tournament, best of 3 situation. Reverse draft is the name of the game in this tournament. And so these are a bit odd civs. Portuguese obviously have some decent navy, but neither really outstanding civs, although they have their benefits. Portuguese have a full tech tree in the blacksmith. Neither have hussar, neither have paladin. Vietnamese are known to be an archer civ. Their archery range units have more hit points. They don't get Parthian tactics, but they can make heavy cavalry archers. We could see Rattan archers. Both get bombardier cannon and hand cannoneer, so they're both gunpowder civs. It's anyone's game what we'll see here today. Portuguese might go knights and try to end it in castle age, although Portuguese cavalier aren't horrible again because they have the full upgrades, but they won't get paladin. So if the Vietnamese as expected go archers, then knights cavalier could be the answer from the Portuguese. We could see organ guns as well. It's anyone's game here on 4 lakes. The starting positions are a bit kiltered to the left. As we see here, they have their pawns, though it could be easy access to each other's pawns. And anyone's game here down on the right hand side as to who wants to go for those 3rd and 4th pawns. Map generation, yikes. It's a big open space here for L. He's got a lot of land to wall off. His forward gold is a bit open, as well as both his stones. Could be very, very tricky. And his wood lines are all back here. And this wood line is kind of blocking him off from the pawn too, so this is rather odd. On the other side, not much better as far as the forward stone goes. And forward gold is kind of exposed, but you could wall this. And if you're really ambitious, you could wall that. But I'm thinking a wall here, and maybe a wall down and around this way. Wood could be a bit of an issue for Krinski, but if he's going cavalier, not a worry. Wood will be an easy supply for the Vietnamese player. Gold will be... The gold is a little close to the TC, so while it is wide open, at least it's close to the TC. It's got that going for it. The Vietnamese player has the team bonus to be able to spot where the enemy's town center is, so L is sending his scout forward already in the general vicinity. As we can see here, taking a look at what's what. The blue scout is over here. And Krinski doing the kind of typical spiral motion with his scout as he looks for the enemy. And should find it there shortly. Yeah, the Portuguese, I said they're a naval civ, and their warships attack faster, I believe it is. They don't have any bonuses to their fishing ships, as Krinski better watch out. Oh, that scout's going down. Goodbye. Bummer. So, both the rhino and the elephant brought in fairly early for L. There's still some goats to be had. That's unfortunate, as Blue lost his scouts before he found all his goats. I'm looking for, I guess... L is laughing at Blue's scout loss. Shame. Yeah, I guess it's not too early for both those huntables to be brought in. Your question is when to go to dock and how much. Portuguese player already has some fishing ships on the way. L, on the other hand, is rather late to the party. It'd be a shame to leave the fish there. Blue is clicking up at 20 pop and starting his walls. Red is done with his scouting and did not find those sheep. Those could be there forever for all we know. Look at that. Oh, he did. It's not a failure in scouting. It kind of is, but it's not that he didn't try. You know what I mean? Those sheep just sitting right there in the black space. That's unfortunate. But they might be found out later as villagers start building walls. It looks like he's looking for a second lumber camp.
Seen.
Is Krinski. Well, Krinski will have about a minute plus time in feudal age. No, I guess he's going for the hunt. Okay. Rather have the food than the wood at this point. This Vietnamese player just choosing to ignore the pawns, which is weird since Krinski won the first game, so Four Lakes is L's next choice of map. So you'd think he'd have a better plan for Four Lakes and would go for fishing eco, but neither going too heavily into fish though. Blue does have a dock, but only 2 fishing ships. As we see a drush coming in from L. He knows that the enemy scout is out of the picture, so a drush makes a lot of sense. He better keep his head up though, as that scout is taking quick damage already. Krinski does have loom. He does have enough villagers to fight this off as well, unless man-at-arms comes in. But L will be happy with just a delay tactic here, although he's retreating quite a lot. Here he comes back. The drush is more about idle time than it is about villager kills. Villager kills are all nice and all, but here comes man-at-arms in 30 seconds. Blue popping a barracks up of his own. L looking to deny that. Man-at-arms will be here in 7 seconds, and this could be troublesome without a barracks up. It's going to be tough. Red looking to block with the scout as much as possible, but all in all, those villagers escape. These on the berries, though, are another question. He may lose, yeah, he'll lose 1 vill here, I'd imagine. Man-at-arms getting in the scout's way. Oh, the scout goes down, so does the bill. And the man-at-arms will go down to the TC fire. So, I mean, all in all, not horrible. The early rush does kill 1 villager. Although Krinski's still got the villager advantage, which is amazing. 27 to 22, even though the idle eco, yeah, that's 1 minute of idle eco, the difference there. Idle TC, I should say. The difference translates to a couple villagers. And I think, oh, it's also the fishing ships is throwing that off a bit. But still, 26 villagers to 23. And here we see the archery range, double archery range coming in for the Vietnamese player. He did this in the last game too, L did, as the Italians. And I can't help but thinking the Italians would have been a better choice for Four Lakes. If you had the Italians, why not use them on Four Lakes and the Vietnamese on Arabia? Hard to say. Krinski is dropping a watchtower there between his forward gold and forward stone. Watchtowers worked well for Krinski in the first game, so it makes sense that he'd try it again here, and this is obviously a very exposed area of his economy, and he's looking to protect it. I think it's a good move. This house wall won't help when these archers come into play, though. So Krinski's going to have to deal with, again, early pressure from his opponent. Has to delete a house and retreat from this back wood line, which at this point might just be, you're going to have to give up on it for the time being until you wall this off a little bit better. Or at least get some eco out. And he does have the barracks up, Krinski does, but you're going to need to get a stable down now if you are going cavalry. A stable or an archery range, and that's the big question from Blue, is what unit comp will he be going? Both have 2 fishing ships now. Not overwhelming. Ooh, don't fight with the villagers. That's 2 killed already. Krinski's eco lead shrinks, but it's still 4 villager advantage for Krinski, which is amazing. So L's idle TC time continues to climb, and that's the difference, is almost 2+ minutes of idle time translates to 4 villagers. So Krinski's been doing a good job keeping his town center active and producing. I like this quick wall too. Again, he's funneling all the enemy aggression towards the town center. Krinski did a good job of dealing with this pressure last game, and he'll continue to do so in this game. The Vietnamese player will look to sit outside the town center's range as much as possible and just be very annoying. He might get another Vil pick or two. And he's going to try to place his own tower on this gold line. Not a bad choice. Market rather than a stable. Krinski again is looking to push up to Castle Age rather than build military. It could bite him. It worked last time though. 2 villagers go down there. I mean, as long as his opponent keeps throwing units away, and if Red is like early aggression, no walls at home type of player, and Krinski is kind of like bottle up, quick wall to your TC type of player. Now mining stone of his own, selling wood for gold. Krinski will probably drop another tower here to protect his gold line. He's got a lot of villagers here, so a defensive tower to shoot down this tower would work. We shall see. Krinski's good at dealing with this pressure. I gotta hand it to him there. I would not be as good as Krinski at this. Yeah, he's already on his way to Castle Age. So all according to plan, apparently, by Krinski. Just deal with the pressure. Probably rely on... Oh, a forward dock by Red. I missed all this. I like this. The forward dock by Red. I was wondering who was going to go for it first. Red has more fishing now, and he's about to eliminate all of Blue's fishing eco with 1 galley. But Red is way behind on the race to castle, so... And it looks like the Portuguese player is going to mine stone as fast as he can. Once he gets to Castle Age, he'll drop a castle and start putting out organ guns, I'd imagine. Maybe even a forward castle like last time. Although he'll probably create knights. Probably put a stable down and create knights first. A forward archery range from Red, as Red's galley takes out all of the Portuguese eco on that pond. Meanwhile, Red's push is stalled. He has effectively knocked Blue out of his forward gold, which means a lot. And Red's really just kind of sprawling out across the map now. First thing that comes in is scale barding armor. And there's the stable, as predicted. Start to see knights out of here. Knights should do short work out of these feudal age archers. Bloodlines coming next. Ah, Krinski's mining stone and selling it. He can't get the gold, so he's just using the stone. He probably doesn't want to go organ guns. He'd rather go double stables. Yep, double stable knights. Should make short work of the Vietnamese archer civ. It's a good plan. Smart too. I can't get this main stone, or gold, but I can get this stone and sell it at the high market prices. Very smart. Won't last forever though. It's definitely only a temporary thing. But there's only 1 villager in here, right? Yeah, only 1 villager in this watchtower, so a couple knights should clean this up nicely, and then you can start mining gold again. More Vietnamese archers coming forth and a string of houses. I mean, you could call it map control because Blue is a bit bottled up here, but it's a weak, flimsy kind of map control. Even these 3 knights that Blue has could clean up everything that Red's got at the moment. And if I was Krinski, just being a bit more aggressive, yep, with these knights, knowing that your opponent only just hit castle, they're only feudal age archers on the field. But Red's doing a good job hitting both wood lines. Wood is not as important for Krinski, but he's running out of options for it. The villagers just fight. There's so many villagers there. There's only 2 crossbows. Bill goes down to these crossbowmen up here. Excuse me. Knights working on this forward watchtower and the walls being finished by blue. This is a good move, though some archers here will still take out that gold or wood line. But Krinski will soon have access to his gold again, which he will enjoy. And the pressure from red, while initially effective, kind of stalls out. There's not much behind it. You got 5 crossbow denying this wood line, but all the villas moved over to the other one, so no big deal. And now we're looking at a military of 10 to 9. 2 of those are galleys, and these +1 knights should make short work of these crossbowmen. There are pikemen back at home. And a second town center going down for the Vietnamese player, who does have plenty of good fish going on. Neither player going for the other pawns quite yet. There's blue's second town center. Similar to last game, dropping it on his forward gold as he knows it's very exposed and he wants to make sure that he can mine it more safely. Blue will also look to clean up these forward ranges before pushing forward into red's base. I get the sense that red is used to playing against lower level opponents who can't handle early pressure like this. And it was good early pressure. There were archers all around, watchtower on the gold. Other players, lesser players than Krinski, might fold under that pressure and end up losing the game, but Krinski responds well to this kind of pressure clearly. He's done it twice, and he ends up bouncing back with a stronger eco as he doesn't build military until Castle Age. Has always been his plan. There's the Siege Workshop. Again, he's up against archers, so we'll probably see some mangonels from Krinski. 3 town centers for the Vietnamese player who's looking to catch up. He does have the eco lead at this point, so he's looking to boom and play defensive now with some pikemen. These are unupgraded pikemen, however. 3 town centers is a bit greedy, but we'll see what he can do with it. Without walls, it does make sense. A town center on wood and a town center on gold gives him protection of those resources he needs without needing to rely on walls. But at this point, yeah, the ram will finish the archery range. The knights can move forward and start taking out other random buildings. Though, okay, some stray builder villagers go down in the mix as well. So red's even fishing out blue's pawn, which is interesting. So that 58, that 6 vil lead is really all in fishing ships and then some, which isn't horrible. I mean, that's a lot of food eco, no doubt. And it's certainly enough to keep 3 TCs moving. So red is thinking full boom at this point. Krinski's almost has enough stone for a castle. He's dropping his 3rd town center now too. And here come the pikemen, still unupgraded. How are the knights doing? The knights are +1 defense. Knights won't be able to take this fight though. There's just too many pikemen. And some blue villagers caught out. They were maybe thinking about a fort castle or something. They have to pull back for the time being. So while it's a good counter from red as far as unit composition, they're very slow. The knight's mobility should come into play here. And just now we see scale mail armor coming in for those pikemen. And the red dock just goes down. So that fishing eco is done on that side. Blue could take water back if he wants it. Red keeping blue at home with this army of pikemen and building a 4th town center. So now it's just a full-on race to Imperial Age. 65 to 63, Krinski's TCs are working more efficiently. We see idle TC time is 4 minutes for Krinski and 16 minutes in climbing for the Vietnamese players. So just because you add more town centers doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have more villages. You have to have enough farms and food to support that many town centers. That's the trick. And you got to keep them working. You can't forget about them. I think L has enough food eco to keep him working. He's just forgotten to keep villagers queued up. That's just my quick take on it. Meanwhile, we look at all the farms here. 22 farms going down. Krinski very well knows he doesn't need that many gold miners if he's going through TCs. He needs more farmers to keep those TCs active. Red looks for alternative eco areas to hit and finds some. Gets 2 quick bill kills, 3 maybe. There's the reaction from blue. Red better watch out, leaving his army under the TC fire like that. Blue pouncing, seeing where Red's army is and moving to attack this blacksmith. This is good. This is a good move. That's the only blacksmith for Red at the moment. It's a vital building, and Blue will take that down in no time. With 18 knights, all these buildings are in danger for sure. And any kind of reinforcement crossbows that come out of these archery ranges will go down real quick. So both players looking to hurt each other at home, exploring, and Red is picking off more vills than Blue is at this point. I like this defensive castle though. I didn't comment enough about that when that went up. Blue is obviously very concerned about this gold pile, which he should be. Blue also looking to find more wood, and Red expanding to both of these pawns, it looks like. Oh, that's just a pikeman. So Red looking to capitalize on all that fish that's out there. It's a good move. Might as well, especially if your opponent is not. Blue is basically ignoring water at this point and focusing on land, which so far is working. Blue may consider dropping another castle, as his town center is under assault here from these mangonels. Blue might be okay with that for now though, as both armies are kind of ignoring each other and focusing on their opponent's bases. Blue is dropping his forward castle. He dumped all his villagers out of this forward town center. Said, never mind, he did send some knights to snipe these mangonel, and Red's not paying attention. So he will. Great move from Blue. Saves the town center for now. And here's the real battle for this forward castle. That's a lot of pikemen. The knights can't engage. Pikemen go for the villagers. I think that you gotta take this fight for Blue at this point. He put so many villagers forward. This castle means everything for him. And those knights are more upgraded than those pikemen. Fully upgraded armor. And about an equal number, so that's a good fight for Blue to take. It's gonna be close though. A lot of villagers died. I think this castle will go up. At this point, it definitely will go up. Red's trying to come back with this army here. Castle goes. Denies some stone here. Scares Red to garrison a few of his villagers. And he also loses his other archery range. So that's the last archery range that Red has at the moment. He's got 4 barracks back here, so he's going to keep helping out pikemen, who have the armor upgrades, but not the offensive upgrades. Krinski, oh man, buying more stone to drop another castle. It's the castle hop, and here comes Red with everything he's got. You can't deny this if you're Red though. It's because this castle is, yeah, Red can't do anything about it. He'll lose too much of his army. There's too many knights within range of this castle, and this castle will probably range all 3 of these TCs. It's smack dab in the middle of this triangle here, and it'll deny all this stone. It'll deny all these farms. What's left of this gold mine. Red retreats to this gold and this wood. Red is definitely backed into a corner on this one. This town center is near dead already just from the mangonel that's been working on it the whole time. And these knights are ready to pounce on all these villagers. There they go. Villas count 90 to 74 in Blue's favor. That's a lot of pikemen. The knights will not engage that. First town center goes down for red. Blue's town center that was under assault is free and clear for now. There are mangonels and pikemen, so they could keep firing. I think red's kind of forgotten about those. And blue is just rolling at this point. He's on his way to Imperial Age. And if red, okay, red's throwing up a defensive castle. This is red's last chance though, so red won't quit quickly. If he loses this game, it's 2-0 blue and the series is over. So I'd expect L to play on here. He may just quit when he sees Imperial Age though. Although L could click up himself if he wants to. He does have the food and gold for it thanks to all this fishing eco. He hasn't built any fishing ships down here yet, but he could. And he is on this gold mine too. I noticed this very nice little pocket of gold over here, kind of hidden away. He's got 32 on gold. Incredible. That is his only castle for now though, because both gold piles are squarely in blue's possession. They're stone piles, I should say. Keep getting those two mixed up. Alright, so red is clicking up into Imperial Age. He will not go quietly into that good night. His pond is just about fished out though. Still 500 or so food to be had, 700. Second town center goes down for red. This one's on the way as well. Red will be down to one town center. He is expanding to the right, at least with houses, and some more archery ranges. That is a lot of pikemen, but they can't engage against these castles for now. So it'll be 2 castles producing, soon to be 3 castles, as Krinski starts mining this stone. It'll be 3 castles producing trebs versus 1 castle producing trebs, not to mention the 1.5-minute time and Imperial Age advantage that blue has. And blue, great awareness, thinking, okay, where would my opponent go? Where can I hit next? He explores out here. He finds this building bill. He finds this expansion. And red will probably have to engage. Cavalier on the way. I mean, this is GG. I don't see a way back from red, but he'll keep playing on. We'll see how long he does. At least until his pikemen get eliminated. Blue continues to explore to see what's up. Doesn't find much except for a huge pikeman ball. A few knights go down. Blue retreats and sends his army around to the other side to see what he can find. I like how blue's is spreading out. He doesn't know where red is, so he's searching all corners. He knows he's out here somewhere. And he knows he's at a huge advantage. More knights go down, but trebs are on the field now, and these are Cavalier. Strong Cavalier. +2/+2. Red hits Imperial Age as well and starts building trebuchets immediately. He knows he needs to get these castles knocked down as soon as possible. Red also buying a little stone, maybe anticipating that he needs to repair the castle. It's a smart play. Skirmishers coming in too for Krinski, knowing that there's a lot of pikemen to deal with, and skirmishers are a good counter, good trash counter. Cavalier diving in to kill the trebs, keep the castle alive. That's a sacrifice that Krinski sounds like he's willing to make. Krinski sniping vills on the back end too. That is a lot of pikemen. Although, if we look at the vill, it's almost double for Krinski, 102 to 61. This castle will go down shortly, and then it's just a matter of cleaning up that pikeman ball. All the vills go to repair that castle. It's L's last hope at this point. There's only 1 treb left for blue though, so that castle will stay up for the time being. Though there's another castle going down. Big fight here. Trebs firing. Crossbows out there. Repair vills. L is out of stone. Can't repair the castle anymore. Buying more stone for all the gold because he's got 1,700 gold still, which is amazing. But his pikemen are all dead now. And if you look at the military, it's 51 to 14. L is out of stone already again. It's so expensive to repair castles. You can't just keep selling, or can't keep buying stone. Your gold will run out eventually. And a fourth castle from blue. Relentless. Krinski is relentless, and all these skirmishers should take care of anything, any kind of military that red throws at him. Phil's dump out of the castle, and this has got to be GG here shortly from red. He's got to admit defeat at this point. There it is. Good game, well played. Krinski takes the series. He advances. Congratulations, TAW Member Krinski, for taking out L in the Iron Division of Super League 1v1s. I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do in the rest of the tournament. I hope you enjoyed this series, and I hope you will come back to watch more from TAW members as they compete in Super League and many others, as I just noticed that a couple bit of army here cleaned up that army from red. This is Sneaky Chiefy signing out.